Welcome, it's Deronda with Foods 101. Today, I'm showing you how to make a sweet and salty peanut butter cheesecake. Now, if you are a peanut butter fan, you are definitely going to love this peanut butter cheesecake. I'm going to show you the ingredients we're going to need in 3 different stages, and this stage is going to be the crust. It is a package, a 16-ounce package of the Nutty Butter Cookies. They're shaped like in peanuts with a filling. And then you're going to need a half a cup of butter. Now next, for the cheesecake filling, you're going to need 3 8-ounce packages of cream cheese at room temperature or at least softened. You're going to need a 14-ounce can of your sweetened condensed milk. I've got a 10-ounce package of your peanut butter chips. Now, I love to use the Reese's brand. I've got pure vanilla. As you can see, pure vanilla makes all the difference in the world. And I have 3 medium eggs that I've also brought to room temperature. Now, let me show you what we're going to put on the top of this sweet and salty peanut butter cheesecake after it comes out of the oven. For the cheesecake topping, you're going to need 2 cups of miniature marshmallows. You're going to need 2 tablespoons of butter. You're going to need 3/4 of a cup of creamy peanut butter. 2/3 of a cup of corn syrup. This is just the Karo light corn syrup. And you're going to need vanilla, which is down here, and 1.5 cups of dried roasted peanuts. Alright, so let's get this started. Okay, you're going to grease a 10-inch springform pan. Now I'm just using a solid vegetable shortening. And then we're going to take an 18 by 18 inch piece of heavy aluminum foil, and we're going to bring it up on the sides of our springform pan. We're just going to securely bring that up because we're going to sit this down in a water bath, so you don't want the water leaking through into the pan and getting into your cheesecake. Alright, just make sure it's very secured around the edges, just like this. Now, if you want to use a double sheet of your heavy aluminum foil, by all means do that. But believe me, it's very important that you do this. Now let's get started on the crust. I'm adding all the cookies to a food processor so we can process these cookies into a fine texture. The cookie texture should be looking like this, in a very fine texture, as you can see there. And now this goes into a bowl, and we're adding that 1 stick of melted butter, which is about a half a cup. Okay? Toss it around until the butter is well incorporated. Once the butter is well incorporated into our nutty cookies, we're going to add it into that 9-inch spring form pan, and you're going to lightly push it down into the bottom and bring it up on the sides of the pan. I've spent a little time patting this firmly down into the bottom of the springform pan, plus I've worked it up along the edge of the springform pan. So now we're ready to make our filling. I'm adding my cream cheese into my KitchenAid, and I'm using the paddle attachment, and I cut it up just a little bit. I believe it blends a little better. And then up it goes, and we're going to cream this till it becomes nice and smooth. I'm adding the melted chocolate chips that I've melted over a double boiler into the creamed cream cheese, and we're going to blend this in nicely. It's time to add that evaporated milk, and make sure you get it all out of there, and the corn syrup. I'm just going to get it all out of there. Now, a lot of times I just love using the hand mixer because it's a lot easier to get these ingredients in here and keep them well combined. Now you're going to mix this really well. And here we go. It's easier to start off slow and then add speed. Oh my goodness, it's starting to smell so delicious. Woo! Now that we've got the cream cheese, the corn syrup, the sweetened condensed milk, we're going to start adding 1 egg at a time until it's well incorporated. 1 egg at a time. Probably turn up the speed just a little bit. There goes our second egg. And there goes our last egg. Finally, we're going to add our teaspoon of vanilla. Let's add a little bit more. Alright, now this is time to pour over that crust in our springform pan. We're going to take a cookie sheet with sides and we're going to add the springform pan on here. And then you're going to add that peanut butter cheesecake filling, and woo, doesn't that look absolutely beautiful? This is going in a preheated 325-degree oven, and we're going to add nice warm water right here onto the pan until it comes about a ½ an inch up around the side of your springform pan. Now, this is going to bake for the next 55 minutes, so no peeking. Alright, the cheesecake has finished baking, and now we're going to add the marshmallows here on top because we just barely want them melted. And then we're going to put this back in the oven for the next 2 to 3 minutes. And you may lose some over the side, but no biggie. I took the cheesecake out of the oven about an hour ago, and during the first 10 minutes of coming out of the oven, I took a knife and ran around the edge of the springform pan. Now, you don't want to loosen it over here. You're going to wait and do that after you let this sit in the refrigerator overnight. Now, as you can see, the marshmallows melted very nicely. Whoops! And I've added a cup of our dry roasted nuts here on top. I've melted down the peanut butter and the corn syrup with the butter, and I put a little vanilla in it on low. And now I'm just going to drizzle this right here on the top. And oh my goodness. Oh, you're talking about being decadent. This is the peanut butter dessert for decadence. Alright, and you're just going to drizzle it around till it starts attaching over here to the sides. Okay, just like that. If you want, you can spread it out. Make sure you get the whole top covered with your peanut butter topping. And now this is going to go in the refrigerator overnight, and then I'll come back and show you how I'm going to cut it and serve it. I've got to bring the camera down here. I mean, look what a beauty that is. Just took my sweet and salty peanut butter cheesecake out of the refrigerator, and it's been sitting in there for the last 24 hours, and I've cut a slice right here. Oh my goodness, it smells so delicious. If you are a peanut butter fan, this is definitely the peanut butter cheesecake for you. And look how monstrous that cheesecake is. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely huge. So let me give it a try over here. And back over here on our slice we've had, it's got these peanuts, this Philadelphia cream cheese with that melted peanut butter chocolate chips, and you got those butter nutty cookies here on the bottom for its crust, and this marshmallow in between, and these dry roasted nuts, and this peanut butter topping. Woo! Alright, let's go. See what it tastes like. Oh my goodness. Mmm. Fluffy, light, nutty. Oh my goodness. That nutty butter cookie crust is out of this world. That filling is so light and airy. Full of flavor. Loaded with texture. And that marshmallow on top with the grand topping of that peanut butter and nuts. It is absolutely win-win. Wow. Hey y'all, hope you give this a try. I'm Dorana with Foods 101, and I'll catch you next time.